We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And some space here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Let's go, go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he's flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Hey, back up.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Hey, back up.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the 50, it's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Man, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Thompson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it here with Thompson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. throwing. Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On second down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Smith. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Let's go now.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston now. He goes full extension, and he's got it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw is Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Brown in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's Geis on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. And even 60 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. This is Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And his kick is right there. It's good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So
a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of blitz coming, and down he goes. Noah Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This is taken around the 12. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Gerald McCoy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are within a two-point conversion of tying us up. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. Now Winston. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Dancing away at the 30. And now running right through it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw is Smith. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Smith finding Dodson that time for a Washington first. Smith now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Geis receives the pitch. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there out of Geis. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
To throw on second down, Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Yeah, 52. Hey, back up.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And that's complete. It's Watson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And here come the Redskins now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20. Reed wrestling ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Smith now to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The give is to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play fake. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. Winston
needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Back now in Tampa as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. A toss right to Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Let's convert. Sunday! Back. 550.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action now. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll get it down here at the 23. The Buccaneer first. Winston to Brate. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And Winston lost the football. Into the Redskins. How did they do? And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 52.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he finds Howard complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's convert.
Off the play fake, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Geis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run with Geis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Hey, on.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Following the penalty, it's Geis. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Ready. Blue 80.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Redskins, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.